A little while back, my uncle-in-law offered me a camera. He called it something weird, like a Nikonos. I don't know, something like that. But obviously it wasn't something that I could turn down. Anyway, he gave me a Nikonos III, which is a fully submergible film camera. And not just the camera body, oh no, he also gave me 4 lenses. I got right here a 28mm, 35, and 80. I've also got a fully submergible light meter and everything else that you need in order to get this camera working. Though I'm not someone who is going to be doing any deep diving anytime soon, I do like the idea of being able to shoot photos in the rain and not have to worry about my film camera getting wet. Because everyone knows you can't take a film camera out in the rain, it'll ruin it. And I know that a lot of you are probably wondering whether or not this is going to be a film camera for you. Don't worry, I'm gonna walk you through some of the specs and I'll let you know whether or not you should be shooting this thing. Oh, it looks like the rain is coming. I better load up fast. Let's see what we can capture. Okay, so before we go any further, I want to point out something very important. Because the Nikonos is a fully submergible camera, some of the lenses are only made for the water, and other lenses are only made for land. The lenses that are made for the water are called wet lenses, and the optics of these lenses will not work outside of the water. That is how crazy light is. When I was shooting my test roll, which was the first roll of film I was shooting on the Nikonos III, I was shooting on the 28mm lens. I chose to put the 28mm lens on this camera because I have less of a chance of missing a shot. Basically, there's no way I can tell whether or not something is in focus because the viewfinder doesn't have one of those focus patches that you might see in like a Leica or a Aperture. So instead, I'm doing a little bit of zone focusing. However, what I did not know is that the 28mm lens is actually a wet lens. The optics on a wet lens will not work on land. They come out kind of weird and distorted. So as you look at these photos, you're going to see in the center, they're kind of in focus, but as you move out towards the edges, you'll see significant distortion. That's because I shot these on a wet lens. So that's nice. Despite the fact that these photos all came out bad, I still kind of enjoy the effect that it gave.
All right, check it out. We got Kodak Ultramax, $8 a roll. But I had some rewards over here at Walgreens, so I got both of these for 12 bucks. In the world of film photography, we call that cheap. That's bad. Is that bad? That's bad.
To take this camera out for a test run, I met up with my buddy, Matthew Nutter. He is also a photographer, and I actually ran into him while I was just walking down the street. Anyway, we're friends now, we hang out. I asked him to take me to somewhere abandoned, so he took me to this bridge that was all burnt up a little while ago. I don't like the way it looks, but I guess I'll do it.
I mean, this first section looks not so bad because these railroad rails can hold like a house.
That's true. Like this one rail alone would probably be fine.
How's your balance?
If you're gonna go first, can you take my phone?
I'll have gone out in style if this ends poorly.
You can tell my priorities are all jacked up because I'm trying to keep the camera safe.
You know what's nice is to get on the other side and get underneath this bridge, and because you're shooting through the trestle at that point.
Oh yeah, another thing I want to mention is that I left the droplets of water on the lens on purpose. I suppose you could say that was a little bit of an artistic preference. I kind of wanted to see how the photos would come out. Plus, I wanted the camera to look wet for the YouTube video. I really wanted you to believe that it was waterproof.
This is full of texture now. Now I'm looking at it better.
So I think they made about 5 or 6 Nikonos in the series. The Nikonos III is the last one that is fully mechanical. So that means no batteries. And you know I love a camera with no batteries. No batteries means no electrical problems. I'm really excited about that. One of the biggest fallbacks of the Nikonos is that it has about 10 rubber stoppers in its body. Those rubber stoppers need to be replaced and lubed regularly to make sure that the camera remains waterproof. I haven't done a lot of research to see whether or not these are things that you can actually find on eBay, but I'm pretty sure that they will be accessible.
Thank you for making this easier for me.
Once Matthew and I finished up having our fun in the rain, it was time for me to head home and develop my photos. Developing your own photos is probably one of the best and worst things that you can do for yourself. Pretty cool because number one, you have a ton of control over what's going on with your photos. But the problem is you have a ton of control over what's going on with your photos. As soon as I realized that there was something wrong with these pictures, I kind of gave up. I left wet spots on the photos. I didn't dry them off properly. It was a bad decision on my part. But you know I'm not gonna just let one attempt stop me. Just because I shot on a wet lens? What? Just because it's out of focus? No, I'm still gonna take the camera out and give it another try. I heard a lot of hype about the 35mm lens, so I popped it on and I went down to Salem to take some more shots.
Yo, I met up with Jake.
Let's do it.
Haha! How's it going?
Good. Love it. Look at that setup.
Yeah, right? It's fun stuff. Wow. Wow.
It's
wow.
fancy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does it have a built-in light meter?
It does.
Oh.
It does.
You've got
It's
a
really
thousandth of a second? You've got aperture priority mode?
Yep.
That's not even fair.
Yep. It's a shooter for sure.
That's crazy.
But those are really fun though.
It's got a built-in meter? This is all mechanical.
Kind of love that though because I've had electrical issues with it, and then you can only shoot mechanically at 90.
Oh yeah.
So when
that's
things
one of
go
those,
down,
yeah. When things go south, they really go south. Right.
The focus knob is super duper inconvenient. This little silver knob here controls your focusing, and because you don't have like a focus patch and it's not an SLR camera, you really can't tell what you're focusing on. You kind of just have to go off of how many feet or meters away your subject is. But the mistake that I made was that I was measuring my distance from my subjects in feet, but I was reading meters on the lens. Everything is a little bit out of focus. Despite the fact that none of these photos really came out very well, I'm still going to show them to you, even though they're a little bit blurry and underdeveloped.
Okay, so I don't know anything about Salem, and Jake is going to take me to the wharf.
Yep. Wharf.
Wharf? You're just taking me there because you like saying that.
It's a fun word.
Okay.
No foreground. That's fine.
You walking out of frame is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
I'm really glad that I shot through 3 rolls of film. It really gave me the feel of the camera. It gave me a little bit of a rhythm. Like, one of the weird things about the Nikonos is that the film rewind and the shutter button are all just one lever. I don't know if you can see, but I got this giant lever right here on the side of the camera, and that advances the film, that cocks the shutter, and it shoots the photo. Not all in one motion. It's kind of a rewind and then click again to shoot. Using this kind of mechanism for street is fine. I didn't find it uncomfortable at all.
Thanks, guys.
What? Why didn't you tell us? Wait!
I couldn't, man. I'm sorry.
Stop! No, say psych right now.
Yo, homie just walks up to us and says, yo, can you take a couple of pictures of me and my girlfriend at the lighthouse? And the dude gets down on one knee. Bro, I got it. I got the whole thing, man.
All right, that's enough. We're all done. We're all done looking at bad photos. Although if you are subscribed, you're gonna have to get used to that. Okay, so that's 4 rolls of film, completely out of focus, no usable photos. So I went out and shot 2 more rolls. Levi, we're not making many good decisions here, are we? No. but we are having fun. These are the last 2 rolls of film that I shot. I intentionally went out and shot in the rain, so I got soaking wet. I was wearing Converse, and y'all know what Converse are like when they get wet. Without further ado, no explanation, here are my last 2 rolls of film on this camera.
But it was cute.
I am getting a little bit cold. My fingers are starting to freeze up and my toes. Don't even get me started on my toes. Shooting on the Nikonos III was a lot of fun. My favorite thing about analog photography is that there are so many different types of cameras out there, and each of them give you like a different shooting experience. I like that. That's fun. That's exciting to me. That's why shooting on the Nikonos was so daggone cool. But would I want this to be my main camera? No. Nah, fam. Bruh, this thing it's hard to shoot on. Focus and aperture knobs on the front are really kind of awkward, and it takes a lot of extra effort, like mental effort, to use this camera. I do like this camera for shooting in the rain. It's fun, it's enjoyable. But if it's sunny, if it's dry, I'm definitely gonna take out a Nikon. But I recognize that having a waterproof camera is not the only solution to shooting in the rain. So let me know what you like to do in order to shoot in the rain. Do you wear a poncho? Do you go out in an umbrella and just like risk the safety of your camera? What do you do? People are gonna be coming at me in the comments saying they use digital. And please subscribe because I need the attention and affirmation to do more of these. I think that's it. I think I'm all done recording. I think I'm gonna go. Okay, bye. Bye. All right, bye.
So I want to record some of this process. Is that okay?
Just don't use my real name, use my stage name.
Oh yeah, what's your stage name? Okay.
Big Blue.
Big Blue.